Have you ever lost your temper with your spouse and you said something that you really didn't mean? Or perhaps you were involved in an argument with a family member or a friend, and you said something that you really regretted, and once you had time to really ponder over and think over what you said, you wished you could take it back. Let me tell you a story. So there was this young boy who suffered from having bad temper. So one day what his father did was that his father gave him a bag of nails and said to him that every time, he said, "My son, every time you feel angry and you lose your temper or you say something out of anger, take a nail and hammer it into the fence." So obviously in the first day, the boy managed to hammer 37 nails into the fence. Now, as time passed and gradually he managed to be able to control his temper and keep his temper and his anger in check. So obviously as the weeks passed, less and less nails would be hammered into the fence, until one day he was able to control his anger and not hammer in a single nail into the fence. So he obviously goes to his father and he tells him he's really happy. He goes to his father, I've managed to control my anger and I've not hammered a single nail into the fence. His father looks at him, says, "Well done. Now son, for every day that you're able to hold and control that anger, take a nail out every day." So obviously again he started, and days passed, and every day it was a struggle for him, but every day that he was able to control his anger and his temper, he would take out a nail one by one. The days passed and the weeks passed, and finally the young boy managed to remove all the nails. So again he was very pleased because the task that was given to him by his father, he was able to complete it. So he went to his father and said, "Father, I've done this. All the nails are out." The father took him by the hand and took him to the fence and said, "Oh son, you've done well, but just look at the holes in the fence. That fence will never be the same again. When you say things or do things in anger, they leave a scar with the other person, just like the scars that have been left on the fence." Now, how many times have we said something out of anger, out of frustration, without really thinking about the other person, without really considering their feelings or what impact it would have? It's true what they say, that physical scars will heal. They heal over time. But psychological scars and mental scars, they could remain as scars forever. So let us really, yes, it's life and we get angry and we get into, we get emotional, but let us take check of ourselves. Let us really consider what we're saying or what we're about to say, the impact that it could have on the other person before we say it. Because once you say that awful word, awful sentence, you can't take that back. Once you've said it, that's it, it's done. You can't take it back. So really think about, let's make this, like our golden rule. Let's all think about what we're saying before we say things. Let's engage our heart and our mind before we engage our tongue. Because yes, the tongue may be the softest muscle in the body, but it has the potential to cause huge damage. So let me leave you with that thought. Next time you think you're feeling angry, just take a breather, stop for a moment, and think about your reply. The reply that you're about to give, will it leave a scar with the other person? And if it does, just take a breather and think about and really ponder over what your reply should be. So let me leave you with that point, and I shall see you soon. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.